everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. I'm just getting the microphone fixed here. I can get the filter fixed. Welcome back to the 6th of November. We're going to be looking over the markets today, see what's happening with XRP. That's a slow explosion. And I say that for a reason as well. I know that sounds a bit of an oxymoron, but it is a kind of slow explosion because this, I feel, is just a start for XRP as well. So we're going over the markets. We'll be looking at some microcaps as well. We'll just look at kind of the likes of BABB, just as usual. We've not looked at BABB for a while. They're just kind of slowly doing their thing in the background, and we'll be chatting with you as well. That's one of the main aims of this channel, just to get to know you a bit better. It's all about you, it's not about me. Okay, I'm just going to see if we're live. Are we live? We're live. Okay, we've got a few people in. We've got Andreas is in the house this morning. Crypto Don Wan is in. Good morning to you, buddy. Justin Churchill. Davey Stewie, excellent to see you, mate. Crush the likes, everybody. Crush the likes. Just go down to the bottom just now. Hit that like button. That helps the channel. Obviously, I don't know how many people have got subscribed to the channel now, but it's slowly growing. I think we've got about 3,200. Davey Stewie, one of the Brown admins. Thank you very much for that. Gareth Basage is in. You've got the coffee as well. Excellent. Coffee and crypto, no better way to start the morning. Vin is in the house. Stu Johnson, Adver Hagen on his crypto journey. Good morning to you. And David Stew kicking back with Bice Japanese whiskey instead of coffee. But hey, it's 7:30 PM here in Sydney. Excellent, mate. Excellent. Just chilling out. Artfar STP is in. Tim Gash, Alex Jug, Stephen King, George Charles, Mac Pollen, Martin and Sonia is in as well. So good to see you all. Mac Pollen, George Charles from Portugal. Excellent. Good to see where you're all from. Where are you all from in the world? I know where a lot of you, I know Davey Stew's kind of in Australia as well. But I don't know where everybody else is from. I know somebody's from Belgium as well. Nora Perez, I got your message. Hello Steve, Bab is doing well today. Yes, Bab is, we'll be having a look at that as well. Artfar is in. I'm very good, thank you very much. Okay, so let's look at the markets overall just now. We'll just reload that and see where everybody is. 214 billion market capitalization according to Coin Paprika, up 1.44%, which is good. Bitcoin dominance going down slightly again to 51.8%. We'll see the top 10 risers in the top 200 projects. Top 10 risers, Persona up 2,688%. That can't be right. What the hell's Persona? The volume in 47,000. Something not right there, unless somebody's just bought a shitload of something and just paid over the odds for it. So it's up 3,632%. Check into that. Credo is up 49%. Dignity is up. I know a lot of you hold that. We kind of held that as well. I held that along with you for a while as well. Dignity is up 37.7%. Digitex Futures back up to 29%, or back up 29%, which is good. It's trying to get back into the top 100. So there's a lot of FUD about Digitex, and hopefully that has been dispelled. Bezant is up 20%, Elastos up 20%, XRP doing well, 15%, Noah Coin, Sky.info and Siren Labs up 11%. Top 10 losers over the last 24 hours in the top 200, Singularity Net, that had a run up yesterday, Ender Protocol down 10, Futura Coin, Rough, Skycoin, Quant, Streamer Data Coin, QuarkChain, Raiden Network and Tomo Chain all down in the red, but not high kind of reds as well. Okay, we'll just have a look at the total market capitalization for the altcoins, and we are up to 103 billion. So altcoins are kind of outperforming Bitcoin just now, which is good to see. And the overall market cap, as we said, is up to 214 billion at the moment. We'll just have a look at Bitcoin price just now. 6,483, that's the USDT price. I'm just going to see what the difference is with the USD price as well. 6,414 for the USD price. So just go USDT. There's a piece in the news about Tether as well today. So Bitcoin, we'll look at the USDT price. and just stick to that just now. It's looking to break through this kind of long-term downtrend, or descending triangles, looking to break through that. Kind of broke in the USD price last week, because of, or the week before as well, because of the the Tether FUD. We had to use the USD charts, which made it a wee bit more different. So it's looking to break through that in the 6,480. Once it does, hopefully we can go up to 6,800 for that, and then take it from there. But the altcoins are doing well at the moment. We'll just look at Binance. We're in Binance just now and see who's the tops. XRP. Now, I say this is a slow explosion for XRP because it's sitting at 8,357 Satoshi at the moment. And I've been saying this for a while. This is just kind of Mount Vesuvius waiting to happen. It's just waiting to explode. And I think this is just a start. I think this is just the start of it for XRP. It did go from about 4,000 up to nearly 12,000. So it went up kind of 200%. I think this could go up again. And this is one for accumulating at any price round about this price. So if it goes down, accumulate. If it goes down, accumulate. If it goes back up, still accumulate. Keep accumulating for XRP as well. That's my advice. It's not financial advice. Put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on, do your own research and all that. But I just think XRP is just slowly exploding. It's just going to keep on going up. There will be downs, obviously, but I just think there's way too much good news about XRP for this not to kind of really reach its kind of its all-time high. We'll just look at the weekly chart just now, and the all-time high is 22,000. I think it's going to way surpass 22,000 before the end of the year. So there's a couple of news articles. We'll just look at that just now as well, just while we're on topic. So Ripple XRP spikes 15%, reversal pattern forms. So this is a contrarian view to what I'm saying just now. So Ripple's has been trading in a range for the past few weeks. Sunday's rise brought the price of XRP near the top of that range, but the start to this week has resulted in XRP breaking out of the range to the upside. XRP has moved from opening near 45 cents to currently trading above 52 cents. The move overcame key resistance near both the 49 and 200 EMA, which is also trading around this point. This move is bullish for the price structure of XRP. It changes the market structure for XRP with a higher high forming. And the daily MACD is also starting to increase along with the RSI, both showing increased buyer momentum. But they're saying is starting to form kind of pattern where it could go back down. I don't think so. This is obviously not totally up to date, but what time was this written? It doesn't give a time when it was written. So it's formed a series of high highs and high lows, but has recently formed a bearish divergence between price and RSI, a reversal sign. So it could go down from here, but I don't think. I think it's just going to slowly keep on going up. That's why I was talking about the slow explosion for XRP. So I'd maybe kind of wait on maybe some kind of pullback, but if you're accumulating XRP, I'd still be accumulating at this price as well, at 8,340 at the moment. So we can see it kind of broke out of this channel. It's been trading within this channel for the last kind of 2 weeks now, 3 weeks actually, within this channel here, and it's broken out there. So we could have looked at that and seen the breakout there and got in about 7,500 and then kind of kept accumulating from there. So that would have been a big sign that it was coming as well. So XRP doing really well just now. We'll go back. Yeah, what was the other kind of piece of news I was looking at? Yeah, XRP primed for 289% price increase due to institutional investor volume and Ripple's XRP Crypto Research Group. So in this article, this is from dailyhodl.com, XRP is significantly undervalued according to a new report from the independent crypto research Piccolo. So the firm says Ripple's recent quarter 3 XRP markets reports point to further upside in the price of XRP due to a surge in institutional investor volume, and Ripple reported a 481% increase in quarter-over-quarter institutional direct sales, which we kind of shared with you last week, rising from 16.87 million to 98.06 million. So they've said, Piccolo's kind of research, they said it's important to note that XRP's value is derived when clients use XRP as a bridge currency on Ripple's XRapid platform and not directly from its other products. We derive its fundamental value from two aspects: value of cost savings utilising XRP and XRapid, and the value of locked up liquidity in Nostro accounts that could potentially flow into XRP, estimated 1% of total locked up liquidity. So they've derived an intrinsic value of $1.75 per XRP token. So that's their estimate. So they think it could go up 289% from here to $1.75. So still big upside for XRP even at this price. At the moment it's still rising as we speak, 8347. Just now we'll just go into the hourly and just see the rise and rise of XRP. So crossed over on the hourly. We'll just go into the 4 hourly. This is where I kind of make my calls. It crossed over at 7,077 there, and I made a call a couple of times for XRP, but the call only lasts for 7 days when I make the premium calls. But if you'd stayed in once I made the first kind of couple of calls from 7,000, you would have been up about 20% just now, 10-20%, which is really good. So that's excellent, and I still think this is going to rise some more, even though you might think there's a pullback coming. And there may well be, but I still think it's good to accumulate these prices as well. I'm just going to turn this off. Okay, who else have we in the house? Andreas Adverhagen in Holland. Andreas Norby, excellent. Martin and Sonia from Cornwall. Arfa, Indonesia. Tim Lund from California, excellent. Slovenia. Alex Jug, Gareth Visage, this week will be good. I think it will be good. Mitch Dieter, morning to you. One-eyed dog, good morning, young man. Hope all is well and Blighty. Regards from Sydney. Good to see you, buddy. Gareth Visage, had to get a new mouse from smashing the likes. Excellent, mate. Elisa Declare, good morning to you. RC, good morning. Jean is in the house as well. Good morning to you. Some news that you kind of shared yesterday as well. I've got that on the news kind of reports as well for today. David Schwartz is in. Tim Gash, I'm still buying. I swap my Mind coins for XRP every morning. Excellent. Gareth Passage, I'm in XRP since 0.20. Is that 20 cents? Excellent. Well, hopefully they'll go back, they'll keep on going up, I mean, for you, and you'll get even more. So hopefully it's a long-term hold for you as well. So 20 cents, a brilliant price. Edward, morning from Brussels. Kiran, check metamorph.pro project, best DEX launched yesterday, and it has atomic swaps. That is what's on the kind of agenda for today as well. That's what I was talking about, atomic swaps. So we're going to be talking about atomic swaps, and I think that's a good segue into talking about that as well. Okay, so this is from what are atomic swaps and why they matter. This is from coindo.com. Now, I spoke briefly about atomic swaps a couple of times. I think I briefly spoke about it yesterday. But really what atomic swaps are is you're swapping one coin for another coin. But it's a technical aspect of it that a lot of people might not get, and what and why it's so beneficial as well. So we'll just quickly go over this. What's an atomic swap? Atomic swaps are smart contract technology which uses cryptography to enable two parties to exchange different cryptocurrencies without the risk of one party backing out on the trade. So these are what's known as cross-chain swaps, or trades at nearly instantaneous exchange of one cryptocurrency to another, which does not need a middleman. And this is why I think Metamorph is going to do really well, and this is why a lot of people are not understanding why Metamorph could do extremely well at the same time. So it doesn't require a middleman or a third party to mediate or supervise a transaction. So what kind of really happens here is when, just say for example, I have Ethereum, I've got Ethereum, I want to swap it for XRP, for example. So normally on an exchange there has to be somebody selling XRP, somebody buying XRP, and somebody kind of buying Ethereum and selling Ethereum. So I'd have to sell my Ethereum into kind of XRP and do it that way. I have to do it through the exchanges, and there's more transactions, and I can lose money on some of the transactions as well, depending on the liquidity. This way, atomic swapping is peer-to-peer. So we've got somebody who wants to sell their XRP into, they want to swap it into Ethereum, for example. We've got somebody else who wants to swap it from Ethereum to XRP. So it finds these, this is a technical side, that using APIs it can go into different exchanges and find these people, different smart contracts, and find these people who are looking to kind of buy and sell. So what happens from there, my understanding of it, what happens from there, there's something called HTLC, which is a hash time locked contract. So I would put in an order to sell my Ethereum for somebody who's kind of swap the Ethereum for XRP, and then that would be cryptographically signed as well. So put that in, it'd be a hash time locked contract. So that would go into the system, the blockchain, and then somebody else wouldn't be able to see the signed kind of contract that I've got until they release their signed contract, and then it's all done instantaneously. So it sounds a little bit more complicated than it actually is, but that's essentially kind of what it is. So it's very secure, there's no middleman in it, and it's peer-to-peer, so it's like me selling to you, although we don't know who each other are. It's just you want to buy Ethereum and I want to, or you want to swap Ethereum for XRP and I want to swap XRP for Ethereum, for example, and it all gets done just like that, and it minimizes the cost as well because there's no middleman, there's no exchange there as well. That's essentially what atomic swaps are, but this could be absolutely huge for people. This is what people are missing, I feel, with centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges as well. So you no longer have to have a market there because it's peer-to-peer, but there still has to be some kind of market, there still has to be, and this is the part I don't get. If nobody is selling XRP or wants to swap it for Ethereum, then how do I swap Ethereum for XRP? So, but there'll always be a market kind of for that, but I'm talking about the smaller projects. How does it work on the smaller projects? So that's what I'd like to know, and I'm going to be interviewing hopefully Daniel Liu quite soon as well. We're kind of talking just now from Metamorph, and I'd like to kind of know the answers to those questions as well. That's essentially how atomic swaps work. Extremely important for decentralized kind of exchanges as well, and Metamorph is one of them. Now there's an article here from bravenewcoin.com, and it's saying, are atomic swaps potential exchange killers? So are exchanges under threat from atomic swaps innovation? So Bitcoin developer Jameson Lopp tweeted at the beginning of the year, nearly instant atomic swaps via Lightning Network are coming sooner than everyone thinks. Definitely not a year away, but mere months, which suggests that exchanges may come under threat from this new form of trading sooner rather than later. So a lot of people still don't know about it yet. Experienced cryptocurrency users who for the most part prefer to avoid the use of centralized exchanges are expected to jump onto the opportunity to avoid centralized third parties to conduct their trading. This trend can already be witnessed by the increase in trading volumes of decentralized exchanges that use smart contracts to power trade execution. Now we've seen the decentralized exchanges and we've seen how awkward it is to use some of the decentralized exchanges, the likes of IDEX. Now I like IDEX, but whenever I put a trade on IDEX, it's kind of cross my fingers just to make sure everything goes through okay, and I don't fully kind of trust it. There's something, it's like I'm hoping that the transaction is going to go through, and when it goes through it's kind of like breathing a sigh of relief. So I'm not brilliant with decentralized exchanges just now, but I know they're going to get better. But this is where Metamorph comes in. This is where I think Metamorph could do extremely well. Once everybody starts to find out about what atomic swaps are, how good they are, and once Metamorph actually get their exchange fully up and running, they're on a beta version just now. And we can see here if I want to swap kind of 10 Ethereum for Bitcoin. So 10 Ethereum is worth, and we'll just kind of put the value in again. Let's see if that value changes. 10 Ethereum is worth $2,099, and you'll get Bitcoin 0.32 worth $2,086. So you're going to get charged about $13 for that transaction. You're not getting charged $13 for the transaction, but it's going to be $13 for the transaction, essentially, is what we're looking at. So Metamorph call it morphing, so you're morphing from Ethereum to Bitcoin. And vice versa, you could morph the other way about as well. You could just do a swap there and turn it around, say 1 Bitcoin for Ethereum, you've got 6,414, and Ethereum 29.99. 6,296. But the more people using it, obviously the price is going to get better as well. So we looked at this yesterday. I'm going to do a dedicated video on it as well. But the more I look at atomic swaps, what they are and the underlying technology of atomic swaps as well, I think Metamorph could be extremely important, and the kind of front runners in this as well. Now they've got the wallet there, they've got the portfolio as well, you've got trading, they've not got the markets open yet, and they've got your reports as well, and they've got about 120 odd coins on at the moment that you can atomic swap with. And it's still in beta version, as I said just now, but it's still usable at the moment. So I'm looking forward to kind of what Metamorph have to offer, and you'll find out why atomic swaps are so important. You're probably going to hear more about atomic swaps as well, using the Lightning Network and the hash time lock contracts as well. I hope that explains it a wee bit. I hope I've not overcomplicated it. David Schwartz, wouldn't you wait for a pullback before buying XRP? David, it depends. If you're trading XRP, you might want to wait for a pullback. If you're looking for the long term, I'll just keep buying at this price. Just dollar cost average in, just buy, and just keep buying. So no, if I was buying for the long term, I wouldn't wait on a pullback. I would just keep buying it just now. If it does pull back, just buy some more if you can. So if you're trading it, you might want to wait for a pullback. So if we're looking to trade, what's happened here? So if we were day traders, we wouldn't be buying out at this price. If we're day traders, we just say, no, we're not buying at this price. However, with XRP, I just think it's going to go up even more just now. But as a day trader, it wouldn't be sensible to buy in at this price. If you're accumulating, totally different. Just keep buying in at this price as well. It's just jumped up to 8359. So you just don't know. This could be at 10,000 by the end of the day, or it could be back down to 7,500. You just don't know. But so it depends if you're day trading it or not. So I hope that helps, David. Kig, good morning to you, and thank you very much for the donation, sir. I really appreciate that. Gareth Passage, yes, 20 cents for you. Excellent. So you're up. What is the kind of dollar value just now? It should be about 50 odd cents. XRP, USD, or USDT will go. 54 cents. So you're up about 150, 155% or something. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So well done. Pundex will break soon. Yeah, I think Pundex is kind of going to come soon as well. It's just taking its time just now for Pundex. There's it just now, 24. Can't really see on that chart. Just looks like a bar chart. This is on a daily. Yeah, I think that's another wee kind of Mount Vesuvius waiting to happen eventually. Dent as well. Think as well. Encash still going down a wee bit as well. Okay, James, Oklahoma, one of our brilliant admins is in the house. Sorry to be late to the party, but glad to be here. Good to have you here, buddy. Kevin Moore's in the house. Tim Gash, YRX is down for maintenance while XRP is pumping. Problems with extra volume. A lot of people are getting more and more into the YRX. A lot more people are getting the YRX card. I've had my YRX card for a while, but I've not really used it, to be honest. Devinder Singh, good morning to you. Kiran, your price prediction on Metam token. Goodness knows. Honestly, I wouldn't like to give a price prediction. So we'll look at Metam just now. So it's up 4.35% overall in the last 24 hours. On the week, 58%. On the month, 3.81%. So still a market cap of 1.3 million. 1.3 million. If, and this is a big if, the exchange looks beautiful. The exchange they've got out here, it looks fantastic. It looks easy to use, but this is all about liquidity and kind of people using this now. This is all about onboarding people now as well. So the marketing has to be good as well. And I'm part of that because I'm into Metamorph. I'm biased in that, and big shout out to Crypto Don Juan as well, who kind of first put me on to Metamorph as well. But when I seen it at 800,000, it was valued. No, it was about $750,000 was the market capitalization, And then when I found out kind of all about it in the atomic swaps, I thought, holy shit, this could explode. And it has. It's kind of went up 100% already since I got in. So, or nearly 100%, 80%. But I still think this could go up. Even if you 10x from here, it's still only 13 million market capitalization. Now, 13 million market capitalization, where would that put it in kind of top coins? So look at the market capitalization. So we'll go to the next 100. It wouldn't even put it in the top. 13 million would just make it into the top 300. 13 million market capitalization. I would just make it into the top 300. And that's a 10x from here. Now, this is not financial advice, this is just my thoughts, and it's totally biased as well, because I bought into Metamorph as well. I bought a lot of them, to be honest. So it's totally biased, so just do your own research. Please do your own research. I'm not your dad or anything like that. But I just think we could 10x from here if they onboard a lot of people, if people start using it, if people start talking about it as well. This could really explode. And even if it 10x is only up to 13 million, then you've got 1000% return. But if 20x's from here, it's still only up at 26 million. For 30x's, it's only up to 40 million market capitalization. The potential is huge if the team get it right, and I hopefully they do. They've got the user interface. I think they've got that spot on just now. So I think it could be really big for Metamorph. And I'm going to do the dedicated video once the actual exchange part is up and running as well. So that's my thoughts, but it's my biased opinion on it. Totally biased. And I've written to XRP as well. I've written to Daniel Liu to say, listen, I really like what you're doing. Could you do kind of contribute towards kind of stuff that I'm doing? And they've said they might actually do that, or they will kind of do that. So I'll be doing a video, but it's a kind of paid review, but it's me going to them first. So that'll be coming soon as well. Steve, do you remember about Z Core Cash, ZCR? Please check. Not checked in a while. Trade XRP with winning trades. Build your XRP bags. Yeah. I don't know if I trade XRP. No, I would trade XRP. I've traded in the past and done rather well. Gavin Mayers, morning from Hull. Hope you're well, Steve. I'm good, mate. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. Crypto Dread here. Sorry I'm late. Just got here. No bother at all. Donny Don Matthew, morning, Steve. Wouldn't ADA do a spike with the possibility of Coinbase listing? ADA's another one. Cardano is another one. A lot of people are not talking about it, which is brilliant if you're into Cardano. And we'll just look at Cardano just now. Cardano is another kind of XRP waiting to happen as well. I don't mean another XRP. I just think this is going to slowly explode. It's just going to kind of go up and up and up and up. So if you're accumulating Cardano, excellent. I think Cardano going to do excellent as well. James Oklahoma, crush those likes. Thanks, mate. Yes, everybody, crush the likes. Go down to the like button just now. Just hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Only takes you less than a second. Chardan is in the house. Good to see you again, buddy. Cryptodon One, Metam, Rocket. Yes, I think it could. I really think it could, DJ. And again, thanks for putting me onto it. So I'm really excited about Metamorph to see what it does. I just hope they can get the people on board and do the marketing right as well. Edward, is Metam a utility token? Is a token needed to use the exchange? That's the thing that I'm going to speak to Daniel about as well. What's the utility of the Metamorph token itself? So we need to kind of look at the utility of that as well. But for the exchange itself, obviously you're going to get reduced fees there as well with the Metamorph token, but I'm not sure about that as well. So that's a good question, Edward. Kyle Watts, love your video, Steve. Thanks very much, Kyle. Really appreciate that. Kieran, thoughts on Digitex? Digitex is going back up again after the FUD has been cleared. Hopefully has been cleared. We'll just look at coin signals. In fact, we'll look at Mercatox. Mercatox, Digitex, BTC. So it did go down to about 6.5 cents, but I think it's back up. Again, looking at this morning. Yeah, it's back up again. I'm just waiting at coming up. So Digitex is another exchange. I like the exchange coins, mainly because they're making money, and they actually make money. 1349 is back up to, so it did go down as low as 670 Satoshi, so it's doubled from there to 1349. So if you got in it around about 700, excellent. And I've still not got back in. I'll tell you why I've not got back in. So what I did is I sold out of Digitex when I seen Adam's speech, the first speech. I got out thinking, okay, this is going to go down. I got it at 1800 and it kind of went down. I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with the profits that I made from Digitex, I'll put that into kind of Metamorph. And I kind of left it, and then I put the rest of the money that I had for Digitex, and I just put that into Metamorph, and I just bought more Metamorph just now. So I'm out of Digitex at the moment, but still hoping to get back in. If Metamorph kind of shot up, and I would take some profits and put it back into Digitex. But I still really like Digitex. The platform looks great. Can't wait to get a hold of the platform as well. So yeah, I do really like Digitex, and zero cost for transactions for that. It could be really, it could be a major player. Could be really a major player. And the FUD hopefully is clearing up now as well. He's in the trades just now. A lot of buys in there. Yep, still like the look of Digitex as well. We'll just look at Metamorph just now. That's up slightly as well to 345 Satoshi. If we look at coin signals, we'll see it's risen already a lot, and it's still, I think it's well, I don't know, I'm not going to say 10x until I see the charts, but I think it's almost 10x already before. This is a 4-hour chart. Yeah. So down to about, it was about 11. Oh, this Bundy X, Jesus. Let's have it. A similar chart as well. So it was at 26 Satoshi. It kind of jumped all the way up to about 321. That was 10x. And this is where I got in round about here as well. So you can see, you would look at that chart and you go, now is not a good time to get in because it's already kind of 10x'd from where it was. So what was that, kind of around about 22 Satoshi? You could have gone to Metamorph. You could have been up 10x, sold out, and then bought back in when it was 157, and just keep kind of trading it that way in and out. But, and I'm kind of saying, okay, this could still 10x from here, and it could. But as a trader, you'd look at that and go, no, it's went up 1,000%, or probably it's more than 1,000%. Yeah, as a trader, you'd look at that and just go, now is not a time to get a good time to get in. But because it brought out the exchange now, I think it could be a good time to get in. Depends on how they kind of onboard people as well, and the marketing, what the marketing is going to be like as well. And I guess this is part of the marketing as well, though they're not paying me to do the marketing for it. This is just a project that I like. And I didn't even find it. As I said, it was Crypto.1 and a couple other people as well that kind of suggested it. So yeah, looks good, and I still think it could 10x from here as well, as I said. FTH is in. Gavin Mearns about to set off to my studio to do some tattoos. Have a great day, everyone, and namaste. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate what you do. Thanks, Gavin. Have a brilliant day in the tattoo parlour. Do you call them parlours? Tattoo parlour. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm hanging on here for another half hour though first. Excellent, Gavin, excellent. Crypto.1 can't wait until Digitex platform next month. Yeah, it's going to be good for the Digitex platform. Grab your bags of ETN while you can. So much happening with them. It's inevitable the price will continue to rise from here. Just my opinion. Do your own research. Yes, ETN. Are we up on ETN? Can we get ETN up? Was it on Coin Paprika? We looked at it yesterday as well. A lot of people are into Electronium. We'll just look on ETN BTC. They're going to come up. No symbols match. So it's not coming up. It's 152 million market capitalization, already ranked number 52, and it's at 1.8 cents at the moment. 288 Satoshi value. For anybody who doesn't know, it's on Liquid Exchange, KuCoin, as well, Cryptopia. Okay, so what else we're looking at? What time is it? 9:06. So look at some other news. What other news? This was the one Gene sent out yesterday. They was talking about this yesterday on the live show. I didn't know about this until yesterday when Gene sent it. Now possible to send and receive Litecoin using Facebook Messenger. So there's a new application that will allow Litecoin users to send and receive payments using SMS. The company Lite.im announced on Twitter a few days ago that more than 2 billion Facebook users can invest in Litecoin. This can be performed in an easy way, and individuals can also send and receive this popular virtual currency. So Lite.im to send and receive Litecoin on Facebook Messenger. So that could be really good news for Litecoin, obviously. But importantly as well, it lets potentially 2 billion people know more about cryptocurrency. 2 billion is what, 27% of the world's population, because there's 2 billion people on Facebook or using Messenger. I don't know how many people use Messenger, but they've got 2 billion people on Facebook, and I think it's about 2 billion that use Messenger. And it's over 2 billion on Facebook itself. So that's the kind of important part for me. That's what nobody's talking about, but potentially 2 billion people could get to know about Litecoin and cryptocurrencies in general as well. So you're going to be asking the question, what is Litecoin? And then when you do a Google search about what's Litecoin, it says a cryptocurrency. So what is a cryptocurrency? Then you find out about Bitcoin. Then you find out about the other altcoins as well. And this is how we started on our journey, if we think about it. This is more important for me than actually being able to send Litecoin, as the number of potential people that this could reach. So I think that's the big thing in that news story that's not really been spoken about. Bloomberg, this is kind of more Tether kind of news as well. Bank backing Tether USD refuses to comment on relationship. So this is kind of a strange one as well. In a statement made on November the 1st, the stablecoin company announced that it had an account with Bahamas-based Deltec Bank and Trust Limited worth 1.8 billion, and the entire market capitalization back in the USDT coin. Accompanying the press release was a signed document posted on Tether's website in the form of a PDF, and the bank confirming the account and amount as reported by Tether. However, as Bloomberg points out, the letter is strikingly scant on details, with an ineligible signature that has no accompanying name or title designation. So it's more stuff coming out about Tether. More and more people are becoming distrustful of Tether. Although the price is kind of stable just now, $1, which is where it should be. There's just more and more stuff coming out about Tether, and I don't know what's going to happen with it, or one is just going to take over, somebody else, another stable coin is really going to take over from Tether, and it could be USDC that kind of takes over from that. So that was about atomic swaps. We spoke about that. Thought this was a good news story as well. Ethereum gives Germans more energy choices in 10 cities. And this is from bitcoinnews.com. German consumers are getting cheaper energy through an Ethereum-based energy supplier which promises to bypass the middleman. Launched this year, Lithion offers its service to 41 million German households in 10 cities across the country, promising consumers a 20% saving on their monthly energy bill and offering producers the opportunity to generate up to 30% more profit. So the company, built on Ethereum blockchain, promises to connect with clients directly with the energy suppliers, bypassing intermediaries. So we've seen a couple of these companies as well, the energy companies on the blockchain as well. But this is a gem one that's actually being used at the moment, and people are actually saving money. So its service is available to 41 million German households, which is fantastic. And this is what blockchain should and is being used for as well, to look at things like this. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's really amazing what the potential of blockchain. I don't even think we've scratched the surface of it. What's the Crypto Ninjas? Global Blockchain Ventures launches 100 million venture capital fund. So Global Blockchain Ventures LLC, a blockchain technology-focused venture capital fund specializing in blockchain-enabled applications, today announced the launch of the 100 million venture capital fund, which again is good news. It's not really so much about this kind of news story, but what I've gone on to say is this is a very exciting time in history, and we're blessed to be at the forefront of a technology that possesses the potential and is well on its way to disrupt all industries. My partners and I truly believe and understand this technology, and we're excited to fuel innovation in blockchain and distributed ledger technology. And this technology has vast potential for beneficial and practical use cases for economic growth and positive social impact. That's the exciting part, that more and more people or companies like this are getting into the underlying technology, and therefore will hopefully get into kind of cryptocurrency kind of in a backdoor kind of way, and because this is what it's all about. And the more people that use this and understand the technology and get into it, like these kind of investors and the kind of venture capital funds as well, the better for the cryptosphere as a whole. So I really like it. I like the article itself for that, but it's talking as, again, it's reading between the lines of what this could potentially do for the cryptosphere as well. And this was a question I was kind of looking at the other day. Bitcoin Cash, the new Bitcoin you should look at, as kind of question mark. And I thought that's why I put in the title today. So I've never really been into kind of Bitcoin Cash as well, and I've been doing a little bit more digging about it as well. I know it kind of shot up in price the other day as well. But the question kind of for me is, should we be getting into kind of Bitcoin Cash? Is there a future for Bitcoin Cash? Obviously, there's a lot of people say there definitely is a future and it's better than kind of Bitcoin, which is what this article is saying as well, is zycrypto.com. But it just prompts me more and more to kind of look at Bitcoin Cash and kind of look at the future of it. I'm still favouring, obviously, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be the king. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen in 2-3 years' time. Could XRP even take over Bitcoin? Could Bitcoin Cash take over, or another kind of upstart come in and overtake Bitcoin as the crypto king? I don't think so, because it's so deeply entrenched in the cryptosphere just now and in the minds of kind of traders as well. I just think the underlying technology for Bitcoin is going to improve all the time. Lightning Network and everything else that's going on with Bitcoin, I think that's going to improve, and it's just going to be staking. But it was just a question I had in my mind, and I just thought I'd ask you, are you into kind of Bitcoin Cash as well? But this article, very brief article, just says why Bitcoin Cash, you should be looking at it as well. Chairman of Deltec Bank, this was a kind of follow-up. I should have kind of done these back to back. The letter published by Tether is authentic. So this was a kind of what I was talking about. I'll put these links in the comments for you as well. I don't want to dwell too much on that. We spoke about them too much. Signs of a rally. New sentiment reports suggest bull market is around the corner. Been saying that for for ages. I've been saying it for ages. A lot of other people have been saying it for ages. But this is a new sentiment. While prices have been stagnant for months, there are signs that Bitcoin may reawaken soon and an altcoin rally is possible. So several token projects are showing bullish developments, suggesting the markets may have enough power to start staging rallies soon. XRP is definitely one of them. One recent report of sentiment claims that favourable patterns can be seen in Basic Attention token, Maker and 0x tokens. So we're talking about the altcoin market here as well. Could it be the altcoins that really push the market higher as well? I think that is a distinct possibility, and it's starting to happen just now. Well, that was my portfolio, or part of my portfolio, which you shouldn't have seen there, and that's my... So I've got to the end of the news. I shouldn't have shown that there. I should have kind of taken that down, but it's cool. I don't mind. Okay, what else do we have? Kiran, ETN also looks team is doing a great job. Yeah, it's not even up to its all-time high yet for Electroneum. James, Oklahoma, XLM and ADA both up about 5% each. Excellent. So that's on kind of one day. Let's look at the 4-hourly. So I've been bullish on Cardano for a long time. I've been speaking about it, and I've kind of made a couple of calls on it, although when I've made the calls it's kind of hovered around the same kind of price or went down. It's not gone up by much before coming back down, but I think this could be a good run for it. What's the next? I'm talking about 1320 Satoshi is going to be resistance there, and next resistance around about 1375. The resistance there, and see clear resistance at 1320. You can see it bounced up here. This was back in September, bounced up, bounced back down, went over it briefly, came back down, hit it again, down, hit it again, down, hit it again, down. So this could be the time that it actually breaks through. Usually when it hits the resistance a few times, eventually it will break through it. So I think for Cardano it could be going up to 1320 Satoshi and past that soon. So I need to wait and see what happens with that as well. So that'll be good for Cardano. XLM, still illumines, and just look at BTC value. Yep, that's starting to go up as well. Crossed over at 3598. Satoshi is up to 3604. It crossed over, and it's up to 3596. As high as nearly 4000, which is probably a resistance level. Just kind of hit that a few times as well. So round about 4000 is the resistance. If we can break through that, we're going higher for Stellar Lumens as well. So looking good for Stellar Lumens. So it could be the alts are going to drive this market a lot higher. We need to wait and see. BitMEX is causing Bitcoin prices to depress. There's an argument for that. There's an argument for that because of the kind of shorting as well, but it works both ways. Mercatox asks high fees. Yeah, it's just with some tokens or some projects that are only on Mercatox, or Mercatox is the biggest trader of that kind of token. We have to kind of suck it up sometimes. Bit of a pain, but we do have to suck it up. Gareth Passage, wishing everyone a great trading week. You as well, Gareth. Digitex up 27%. Excellent. Yeah, it's gone up quite a bit. I love the ADA and MFT. MFT are doing, well, they kind of jumped down actually, MFT. Went down a wee bit. Yeah, they kind of went down from 184 to about 138. So now could be a good time to buy, coming off that bounce. Actually, a perfect time. If we're looking at the bounce on 100 EMA, although on the hourly chart you wouldn't kind of be saying that. You wouldn't be looking at that. We'll just go over. We'll go over the 25. So I'd be waiting on a crossover on the hourly chart if you're trading on the hourly. On the 4 hourly, where are we? It's down on the 4 hourly as well on the 25 EMA. Yeah, so you might want to wait on that. What's the daily? Still up on the daily, so it could bounce off that on the daily. If I was trading MFT, I'd probably get in round about now. Yeah, if I was trading MFT, I would probably get in round about now. It's kind of come down obviously from 184 down to 142, but now would be a good time. Not financial advice. I have to keep saying that. I know it's a pain in the arse, but I have to keep saying that to keep me right. Edward, Ripple at Bitstamp, I paid around €600. I sold it months later when everyone told me it's a bad centralized coin. LOL, who's the idiot here now? So did you sell it all? It'd be a nightmare if you kind of sold it. Depends what price was, obviously. Did you check Harmony 1 ICO? Nope, not seen that at all, Harmony 1. I'm not into ICOs. If I'm being honest, the last ICO I bought into was Howdo. And I'll probably never buy an ICO again. I'll wait until they come to market. I know some of them are going to come to market and they're going to just be multiple X's of where they were in their ICO. But it's few and far between. I'd rather wait to see kind of patterns, the team, what they're doing, and kind of everything when they come out. So no, I'll probably not buy into an ICO unless I was involved in the ICO project from the beginning. or something. But yeah, I wouldn't buy an ICO again, to be honest. Yep. I was going to say unless it looked really, really good, but there's loads of them that have looked fantastic and they've just not done anything. They've just kind of way underperformed as soon as they've come out. So yeah, I wouldn't probably buy an ICO ever again. But they might come one along and it just kind of changes my mind. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there just now. But I just want to thank you, everybody. Did I look at all the news? Yeah, I did. I just want to thank you for joining me for Coffee and Crypto this morning. And remember, check out the free ebook as well. I've got a free ebook that I'm doing a kind of viral marketing campaign with. So it's 5 projects I think could 30x in 2019. And I'm kind of into them. It's a biased opinion, obviously. It's a biased. I've got these tokens as well, but it's not the only reason. I just genuinely believe that these could 30x in 2019. Somebody asked a question yesterday as well. So do you not think the mainstream cryptos could 30x? Totally. I think some of the mainstream cryptos could 30x. Yeah, definitely. But I'm talking about, when I say 30x in 2019, that's very, very conservative when I'm talking about 30x. So even if they were to 10x, that's 1,000%. Imagine putting $1,000 in and getting $10,000 back. You just can't get that at a bank. You can't look at that at a bank. You can't put it in a high bond or high yield bond account or something like that. The most you're going to get from the banks and the governments and that is about 5 to 7%, and you have to keep it there for 3 years. And this, we're talking about within a year, these projects could potentially 30x within 1 year, and we're talking about 5 projects. But I do have to say I'm biased as well. But get your ebook, download your ebook as well, and you've got a chance of winning $1,000 worth of Ethereum. And I have to tell you at this stage as well, I wrote the ebook, went to the projects and said, listen, I've written this ebook. I gave them the ebook and said, would you like to contribute to the prize money and for the advertising of this as well? So some of them did. So they didn't pay me to be in the ebook. I asked them if they want to contribute once I wrote the ebook. So big distinction there. I just have to be honest with that as well. So some of the projects will be putting the money up for the prize fund as well for the $1,000 worth of Ethereum. It's not much, but you can win $1,000 worth of Ethereum if you share the kind of ebook as well. So it'd be brilliant if you could do that. And I've also got it on Amazon.com or Amazon. I've got it as a Kindle book if you want to buy it for 99 cents as well, and just kind of help more and more people get into cryptocurrency as well as these projects. And it helps me as well, helps my channel as well. So it's not altruistic. I'm not that nice of a person. So it's a win-win-win. It's a win for you, it's a win for the projects, a win for me as well. And that's the way business should be. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. Hope you have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. And until tomorrow, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.